Salutations, my fellow dandies. It's me, Jack Dandy. And we are back in Final Fantasy XIV online. I was about to say Realm Reborn, but we're done with A Realm Reborn. We are in the limbo between A Realm Reborn and Heavenswood. I keep calling it, in my head, it's Heavensward. And I know that it's not Heavensward, it's Heavenswood. Yes, so we've got the post A Realm Reborn patch quests now, which I understand there's a lot of, but also that they have cut them down since they initially added them to make them a bit more streamlined. And there is a lot, but they are important. They do set stuff up for later on, so it's well worth doing. Apologies for the delay. I've had a few problems with my VTube Studio. It doesn't seem to be okay now. It seems to be on the fritz. I don't know if they've updated it or if I've not updated it or something, but it's being a bit janky. It seems to be okay at the moment. So I normally start in the menu, but last week I tried to log in on a Saturday for the thumbnail, and there was a queue of about 3,500. So I later found out it was a DDoS attack, but you call it a DDoS or is it DDoS? I'm gonna call it a DDoS attack. There was a DDoS attack, which sounds like an Adidas attack. There was an Adidas attack on some of the European servers, so which is annoying. Apparently it happens about once every year, just from reading the Reddit. But it was fine. It was fine later that evening. Well, the Sunday morning, when I signed on. But it got me a bit paranoid. So what I think I'll start doing is, normally, rather than starting at the title screen, I think I'll just jump into the game and make sure that I'm actually in before I start. I did a little bit of fiddling with my hotbar. How do I? I want to do that, and there we go. Right stick. I want to move that a bit closer to my bar. So I noticed last time I played that I had a bit too much on my screen. Oh, hang on. That? Yes, I've also learned how to use the virtual mouse, which is apparently the only way to change the size of the chat window on the PS4 version. Oh, I right-clicked instead of left-clicked. There we go. And then that's out of the way of my hotbar. Yeah, so I start getting to the point where there's quite a lot going on screen. Disable that. And so having smaller icons is just it just makes it a bit easier to see. I did fiddle around with some of the other settings as well, but... Oh, and one other thing I did. I've got quite a few minions now, and it seems a shame to just keep bringing the same one with me each time. So I've turned on the minion roulette. So today we're going to have... I think that's a baby dodo? We're going to have a baby dodo. Neat. It's paying dividends already. Yeah, I started to get a reasonable collection. I got about 10 minions now. Oh, more than 10. 16 minions. Plus one of them's the Warrior of Light, so there's an extra 2 there. So 18 minions to cycle through. Starting to get a decent amount of mounts as well. I also buckled and bought, but not bought. I had to pay money, but it wasn't technically buying it. I got it for spending money. There's a mount on Twitch at the moment, and you might see it because I've got the mount roulette on. There's a Twitch campaign at the moment where if you gift 4 subs, you get a free mount. And I was umming and ahhing about it for ages. And what made me do it is, it's only the second time this mount's been made available. It might even be the only time this mount's been made available in the UK. And I mean, I'll tell you, it's the black fat chocobo mount. So I've got the regular fat chocobo mount, There's also an original Fat Chocolate Man, which has only been made available in 2016. And I thought, if they ever make that available, and I don't have the black one, I'll have the opposite of buyer's remorse. Not buyer's remorse. So I decided to get it. So there we go. Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Let's find her. Jack, it pleases me to see you well. I'm glad your eyesight's okay, Minfilia. Do excuse me for interrupting, Jack. My lady, the gentleman from Ashgarna Exports, has just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tattoo. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this evening. Thank you, my lady. Hi. Tattery's adorable. Ever since we defeated Gaius van Belsar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer his complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. It'd be nice if some of those riches... I'll happily take a bit of embarrassment if it means being able to buy a flat. Can I get some of that money? Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavour to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. Yeah, seems fair. The gentleman Tataru spoke of was... The gentleman Tataru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the Syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, it was with the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interests of individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? Our Baldizian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to... Forgive me, I did not mean to burden you, sir. I'm just sitting here going... Whew, yeah, can you... you've got a job for me? Yet, my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. Cool, okay. We could gather everyone... Okay, no, that's fine. It's fine. Warrior of Light here. I'll go and... Sure, I'll... Could we not just send like a group WhatsApp through the link shell? I feel there's a lot we could do to save time here, other than having me, the hero of this story, go around and talk to people individually. But hey, I get to do all my voices, which is a shame because I still don't know what Urienja's voice is. Recall our meeting with the Admiral, shortly after the Leminsians sent word of the summoning of Titan. Then mayhap you may also recall my words to our host. I said unto Melverb that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and that the beastmen had justly responded, that we had been called in to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke, in short, the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Leminsians to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. Okay, your shoulders are no. Sup, Thran? Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees that Alamigo could be liberated, if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Jack. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. Okay, so I guess the Empire's still in Alamigo. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papa Lima keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? I get gifts all the time for doing quests. Why can't you accept some? None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances not need necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell ourselves for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ul'dah now and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. An Irage. 'Tis the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth precedence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst with the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labour unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. This sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few and our fortunes so finite. Cool. Oh, we didn't jazz. Oh, he's got new primal quests for me. I shall talk to him later. I've done some of the hard mode primal quests off screen. And I also did... I also managed to... I'm now at the rank in the Maelstrom that I can buy a house. So that's nice getting that out of the way. The situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to the organization's future, though it would seem to have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Jack. What's up? Alphanad, Jack, is aught amiss? You desire counsel, and so you shall have it, Minfilia. The Scions of Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah. We must do what? But we've got such a nice little place here. So long as we remain within Ul'dah territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an Aetheryte. We know full well how beneficial one will be to our cause, which is why it and other favours will be denied us unless we cooperate. I like that they made the lack of an Aetheryte crystal like an actual canon explanation for it, and not just, oh, there isn't one. If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? To the skies! Oh no, we're too early for that. Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Starts breaking down. He's a poet. Accordingly, we must keep each of the nations at arm's length and place our banner in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. The sky! More Dona. That's not the sky. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'dah and her people over the years, but I truly believe this to be the best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ul'dah is our home, Alphanad. To cast aside everything we have built to start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make, Antecedent. I only ask that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 ere that. We aspire to an ideal, and you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much your family as... well, you don't have any family. But that will be all, Alphanod. I am sure you have some familiar affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no. I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Oh, some bad blood between... oh, did I finish? Okay, I feel like... okay. there was more to be going on there, but what was the... So these all give strength. So these aren't actually that useful to me. So it doesn't matter which one I take. I'll take the money then. I mean, I guess I could take the ring. Maybe I should be taking the rings for when I eventually do some other classes. Nah. I'll have better rings by then. Yeah, so I think that one's probably the best one for me. I looked up... I say I looked up. I watched a very brief how to play Red Mage video. Oh, some cooking sherry. Lovely. So how to play Red Mage video. And they said that determination was a skill I needed to put stuff in rather than spell speed. Leave Ul'dah. Has it truly come to this? You're going to make me go and ask everyone. Oh, Jack, pray attend to Alphinaud. He is engaged in some business or other requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphinaud waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Okay. Just go and have Alphinaud with something. I don't know what. Just go away. You don't have to go home, but you do have to leave. Hey, Alf. Confound it. She knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumours. I should explain. Minfilia's mother, well, adoptive mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Flamin was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of Ul'dah. I do not. She was a performer of singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charolayan minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Oh, she's like Elvis. Minfilia too struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Flamin's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumours have once again begun to circulate that Flamin is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Iliad, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth to Lonoski at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gegarushu as to the veracity of these rumours. Ah. Well, that's so hard to say, that line, but it was. Alright. Gegarushu and Costa del Sol. Boop, 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 boop. That's not where I need to go. That's the way I need to go. It'd be cool if we moved. It also means... I mean, not that I'm running shy of them, but I will eventually run out of Vesper Bay Aetheroid tickets. And then it becomes annoying to get back there because I have to teleport to the nearby area and fly over. Which is, you know, it's still a minor inconvenience, but it's an inconvenience all the same. What's up, Giggy? Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Makoto muscle, why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane. I mean, Jack, what brings you to my humble resort? Flamin, you mean to tell me that the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us so very recently was the songstress of Ul'dah? Egads, man. If I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Well, it's probably a good thing you didn't know, then. Oh, for shame. To think that she'd now pass her trade to the riffraff off to the west, wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say, a tragedy. West, is it? Thank you, Master Gegarushu. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I should begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I'd be most appreciative if you could travel onto Wineport and do the same. Alright, Alf. Let's fly, random mount. It's my weird Loch Ness Monster thing. I am very happy to have unlocked flying, I will say. I've, as I mentioned, I've been doing the Maelstrom quests, and so I finally unlocked, I'm now a sergeant, I think. And I've unlocked, like, my own squad, although I need to, apparently I need to do some challenges in order to recruit a final member. I love the music for this mount. Well, I never noticed it before. Oh, I could have just teleported over here. Oh well. But with that's also come the hunt, which I am doing, and has some cool costume rewards for doing so. So expect me to look dressed up in about 10 weeks, because that's about how long it takes to get enough points if I do it every week. Well, if it isn't Jack, the saviour of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Oh yes, we did receive a customer matching our description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly, I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand. If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? Yet olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say you could smell her from 10. That is true, I suppose, but also probably feeding into a stereotype. I mean, he's blind, he's not a sniffer hound. I suppose I need to speak to this guy first. Yeah, you want to know if I've seen a coat lass by the name of Flamin? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. Been staring at these grapes. All grapes all day, round and purple. Some soft, some firm. I just fucking love grapes. It's like, okay, I'm gonna bounce. You know, cheers. What's up, Shamani Lamani? I see, you have many grand adventures since we last spoke, Jack. You smell like all sorts of horrible monstrosities. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago, one does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may find her there. Okay, search for Flamin. Where am I going? South. Mount Roulette. Yeah, Jenny, let's go. This is probably my favourite mount of... Well, I mostly like this mount because it changes form when you fly, and not many of them do. Most of them just... In fact, which is, you know, not the mount's fault a lot of the time, because a lot of my mounts are biological. Like, it'd be weird if my polar bear transformed when I took off, but still. Aha. Oh, she's just here. I'm glad you waited for me. I was, just remembering how to actually play as a red mage for a second there. Such Flamin. I am in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Godbu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make perfume, you see, and I know your daughter. Flamanin, I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? Me. It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Uldar, I presume. Minfilia, or should I say, Ascilia, is added to her real name, is looking for you. Ascilia? You are the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavours to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lenoskia Sire, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I travelled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in perfume. Does it satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we have what we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, say? It's fine, I can kill any goboos that show up. Oh, okay. That's fine, I'll head back on my own. Oh, it's that way. I do like the griffin flaps, obviously. Oh, and it glides as well. It only flaps when I'm raising my altitude. Oh, it's like a real bird lion. Oh, this one's got the same music. I guess I thought all of them had unique music, but I guess just there's some like generic mount music, and then some have their own special music, like the Chocobo music. This is not at all how I had envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Oh, we're done. Okay. I shall take the Dark Light Band of Casting and the 2 bottles of wine that you've given me for reasons. Is this actually better than... It's probably better than that one, isn't it? Comparison. Oh, might be better than that one as well, actually. Spell speed, mind, vitality. Yeah, it might be better. Oh, level 28 ring, so I suppose it makes sense. Let's update my gear set. It does still recommend me use these Dawn wrist guards instead of these ones, though. I don't quite know why. Given that these ones are... Yeah. Oh, and I can get a new choker. Oh, they're giving me a whole set of magical flibbins. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I have kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off for the next ferry. Oh, so the time is now right. Okay, that was easy. Let's move to the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. I could just... I've got some... okay. Oh. Well, that saves me an Etherite ticket. They're glad that Alphanard let me come with him. Saves me a trip. Could have a nice little family reunion with Minfilia. Antecedent, you have a guest. God, how many names do these people have? Lamin? Ascilia. He just rocks up and punches her in the face. Mikoto must age very well. I haven't seen her like this in years, Jack. Aw. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? I was making perfume. The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And to continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. Just really, really quietly in the corner of the room, just going, yay! I'm so proud of you, Ascilia. I learned from the best. It was incredibly easy to find her, in fairness. I feel like we should have just... I feel like if you'd made any effort whatsoever into finding her at any time in these years, in these, like, however long it's been, 5 years, you would have succeeded too. I guess you just never thought to try. I have a gift for you. Bleh. Salsetia perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If I ever lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. I did. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same of Jack, however. I could not have made it without him. I'm great, yes. Hello. Thank you, Jack. Thank you both. Welcome. There's something else. Bleh. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. There was this time I killed a cat and I'd gouge out its eye. And here it is. It's a lovely little keepsake of quite a weird time in my life. My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was a child, he brought me here to Uldar. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamin who took care of me since then. She raised me as her own and taught me everything I need to know to survive. I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp her implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. I gave it to Lamin as a gift. She said it was beautiful. But there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Ascilia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I have failed and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you have become and at the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have to do, and of what that may entail. Ascilia, my daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Sounds must leave Uldar. Lamin. I'm your mother, do as I say. You built it once, Ascilia. You can build it again, and this time we'll do it together. Truly. I mean, it's all incredibly convenient that we're like, we wanted to move, we found her mum, she agrees that we moved. Alfred, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. It's like, oh, what a great idea you've come up with, Minfilia, well done. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll, as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Beldesion. Preparations begin at once. How much of these quests is just us moving? Like, am I going to have to help taking boxes to the van or something? Okay, you want to catch up with your mum a bit more? Been 5 years. No, okay. These are all strength one skill still, so I guess I'll just take the red one. Boom. Salutations to Charters. Finally moving out of Mum's basement. Indeed. Hopefully the next place we go to has netherite to it, so I can actually fast travel straight to it. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the corporation and the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to a cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, Antecedent. Really, Alphonard, if I need concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps, I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am. Nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll? It is an honor, Antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphonard, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the science of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it please you, I would do so. It does. Sir, unless I am much mistaken, you are the one known as Jack, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Slaffborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. I don't remember who that is, but you know, he sounds like a neat guy if he likes me. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking a few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favour us with your presence again ere long. Yeah, I imagine so. I go where the quests go. So... Bye, Alf. Well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Jack. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest, after all. You have travelled so far, and there's already so much you have done for us, and for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care. It's fine. Just give him more quests. It's like the next question is, take a rest. There's a timer of 8 hours, and it's like, oh, come on, really? Now you really are just fleshing it out for no reason. Like, there's padding, and then there's padding. Ah, Jack, will you but get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alphonard has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us. It's like, oh, but I haven't finished staring at my book. Oh, fine. Come on, then. You're here. Good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. And our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. Yay! Everyone's quietly hyped. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look towards the Tartaru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. From the waking... hang on, how was this voice? From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plan, and they have each pledged their full support, General Ralban included.
Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Were we still being secret at this point? I thought we were... I mean, we defeated the Ultima weapon. Surely that's difficult to keep quiet. Are you sure that is wise, Antecedent? If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the... Okay, yes. The existence is quite possibly the worst-kept secret in Eorzea. Let us confirm our identity. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the signs of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the extent of our power, yes, but in doing so I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us, we who have felled primals and faced down the Empire? To you, my fellow scions, I would say this: prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. We have to paint, we have to decorate, we have to pick out some new rugs, drapes. There's a chair shop that I've had my eye on. I'd like to go and visit. There's lots, and then we need some of the furniture will be flat pack. There's a lot we've got to do before we move. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them as we have time and time again, united as one. There must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Flamin to teach me the basics of mining too.
Oh, dang it, I'm going to have to go and save her later, aren't I?
Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alphanud, I mean. It was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slafborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well, Jack.
Alright. Revenant's Toll. Whoosh. Oh, this place. Okay. Oh, Slafborn. Yeah. I was told to expect a scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It's been far too long, Jack. You have something for me, yes? There you go. Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we had a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I jest. No, you don't. I know how this works. That was the neck that I just got. The Dark Light Choker of Casting. Yep, that's a big up. Major technical difficulties. God no. Ooh. A level 70 weapon coffer for a level 50 mission. I mean, yes please, but also, surely I can't... Oh, an item level 70. That's not necessary, that's not the same as a... Wait, is it? Oh well. Finally getting main story quest missions that are giving me stuff better than what I can... Better than what I can equip, so... Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see. Ha, but I jest. Again, I only have one joke. Even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhap you've been keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortunes to be had about the realm. It may get a bit raucous at raucous at times, but I imagine it'll be as good a place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. Item level isn't level, yeah. Okay, so I could probably... Well, I say I probably can equip it. The last one of those coffers I tried to open didn't work for red mages. So it's entirely possible this will only work for core, the original vanilla classes. Is that you, Jack? I'm quite sorry to interrupt. I have most urgent news. We received grim findings from Gridania, and it would appear our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste. Oh, but I was checking out your new pad. Everything quite all right, friend? Shrug. I don't know. Well, I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear this is no time for a leisurely tour. No worries. You can rest assured that I'll see to all necessary arrangements. Pray return any time after you've seen your more pressing matters. I was going to say, a level 70 weapon coffer was quite a generous reward for a tour of our new base. But I see now that there is... It's possibly a primal. Or maybe this is where I fight... Maybe this is where I fight Ramu. Just fixing something. Okay. Speak with Tataru. Where are you, Tataru? How do I... Give me the map. Hang on. There we go. Oh. I've come to the wrong place. I thought she said there was a problem in Gridania, so I came to Gridania, but she wanted to come back to Vespa Bay. Might be. That was my fault for not listening properly, obviously. Oh, I'm gonna miss Vespa Bay when we leave. Oh, Pat's here. A messenger from Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordona. It wasn't privy to his conversation with the antecedents, but it did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be the Ixal have summoned Garuda again? Or mayhap the Imperial forces have sighted within the shroud? Or whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the antecedent if there's anything you can do. Alright, thanks, Tat. I mean, Philia does have a link shell. Like, just get to phone me. Like, you realise I was the other side of the continent looking at our new base, yes? Like, okay, yes, I can just teleport back easily enough, but still. Just phone me. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Though an arrival is customarily timely, Jack, the etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will need ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Orange says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago. Though I had hoped that Mogglesguard... Hang on. Sorry, Minfield, I'm going to take another run at this sentence. Though I had hoped the Mogglesguard beyond such follies. Nope, still not getting it. What the fuck's a Mogglesguard? The Mogglesguard... Okay, fine. I... just talking gibberish to herself now. Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation. Thy presence has been requested by Commander Helu. He waiteth thee in the Adder's Nest. Pray hasten to Gridania, Jack. Ida and Papalima will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Okay, so now I need to go to Gridania. This is my problem. I'm too ahead of the game. And also just not paying attention to simple orders. Let it give them to me. I know what a Moogle is, I just don't know what the Moogle Guard is. But I also just didn't understand, even if I knew what the Moogle Guard is, I struggled to understand the context of the sentence. Like, there's a few bits early on where they said stuff like, praise the 12, and it's like, who are they? And it's like, oh, I know now that the 12 are the 12 gods. But that entire sentence just confused me. Pleasure to see you as... no, I can't remember this guy's voice. A pleasure to see you as always, Jack. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could think of no one more qualified to... we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. No. Give me my reward. Don't explain, just give it to me. I'll take the red one. Hail to the King, Cooper. Okie dokie dokie. Bracelets. The King Moogle's guards, basically the Moogle's police. Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of, yeah, I guess the Moogle probably, yeah, I suppose the Moogles probably do have their own, like, versions of everything that we have, so I guess that makes sense. You don't really think about Moogles much, other than just kind of being, like, weird flying pig cat fairy things. Not long ago, the Moogle Kuplo Cop, visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedseer. He spoke of an imminent threat, not an intermediate threat. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which imperiled the entire Twelfthwoods if left unchecked. You proved to be an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Moogles. The rest of you should hear from Kuplo Cop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seedseer at the Lotus Stand. Ooh, I don't know what voice I should give the Moogles. I don't want to just default to my... oh, where is she? Oh, she's behind me. I don't want to default to my, Wait, where am I? Oh. She be an old Gridania. I don't want to default to my sort of high-pitched goblin voice, because that's my goblin voice. And I feel if there's ever a scene where the goblins are interacting with the, oh, where is she? Conjurer's Guild. If there's ever a scene where a goblin interacts with a Moogle, it'll be confusing. And I'll look foolish. Conjurer's Guild. I'm going to say it now. I will give all of the Moogles the same voice as well. The other signs have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Yeah. I forgot the Lotus Stand. Oh, this is where she did her speech. I remember this place. Oh, wait, no, it isn't. This isn't the place. This is a new place. I've not been here before. Oh, this is lovely. This is a delightful little area. I'm going to stand on... oh, it won't let me stand on the table for the conversation. Oh, it's like, no, have some manners. So that gives you an indication that they go boop, 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 boop. Alright. I'm going to go with this voice. It's not... I have a limited number of voices, so this is going to have to do.
Please, you must stop them, but you mustn't kill them. They're not bad, Moogles, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle, no, firm thrashing is in order, yes, but no.
Calm yourself, Kuplo Cop. Can you not see... Oh, that's Rayo Senna, not Canny. Oh, whatever. Calm yourself, Kuplo Cop. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful I am that you have come, Jack, and upon such short notice, truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally.
but you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friendly Kupla Cop has brought to us news of a most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Mogulmog the 11th has returned to Eorza. Not good King Mogulmog the 12th, even. I read, Roman numerals, tricky. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Mughal mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former.
Once upon a time, we Mughals served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literal endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented when started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Mughals. So good King Mogulmog the 12th, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Mughals should live here instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Mogulmog the 12th, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven, and he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. This all sounds like bullshit, but okay. And that is how we Mughals came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Mogulmog the 12th, may his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He would alone remain in the heavens so that all Mughal kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens, and from what I understand, that being your reason for contacting us, yes? I bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea? The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Mogulmog the 12th is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Mughals with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they'd even try. With Garuda humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? Might that not be in itself the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorza has been brought into the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by heroics of a chosen few. To you, who braved those tempests and survived, by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mogulsguard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. The fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes come what may. I assure you, the Mogulsguard only want to protect the forest from outsiders. Whatever suits the return of good King Mogulmog the 12th, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love.
I wonder if he's got these like memorized, or if he's just coming up with them each time he mentions his name. And he's like, yeah. Eventually he's just going to run out and he's going to go, ever since the return of you know who, just because I can't think of any more.
They've started to get a little carried away, Kupo, verging on a lot, in fact.
Like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Mughals in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever their king may be, it is our belief that he possesses a threat not only to Mughal-kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus, do we beseech you, Jack, confront good King Mogulmog the 12th and drive him from our midst.
Okay.
Humbly, I do thank you. The sanctuary of the Mogulsguard and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother E. Sumiyan and the Conjurers Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled.
I mean, the Mogs are here. Can he not just take me? Can I just ask him?
Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further.
Like literally, we've got a Mughal. fine. I'll figure it out. I'll go and talk to the guys who maybe know. And we can go and beat up a big Moogle, I guess. Okay, I'm down with that. I'm happy to beat on a big Moogle. Why would I not be? Where do you want me? Oh. What up, Biddy? Oh, this is the Conjurer's Guild. I was thinking, what's that quest? What are you? You're a child. You're a child or you're just short? You look like a child. Welcome, Jack. Welcome that you should be the one to face good King Moggle the 12th. It is of great comfort to me and to the elementals both. As I'm sure you know, the Moogles are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is likely that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. Give me that one. Yeah. Oh, it's nice to be getting actual equipment that's better than... Oh, I got that. Can actually use... First of all, let's get a new minion. Can I use this? No. Great. Okay, well, you know, that's something to look forward to later on, I guess. The ward's barren access to the King's Sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones, the self-same method employed 5 years ago when the first king was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the Guardians, who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at that time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplo Kop confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Moggles Guard themselves. Yet, wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some of the means to gain entry to the King's Sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labour any longer, for fear that the Moogles might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplo Kop's keystones, Jack. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at West Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. Okay, speak with Kuplo Kop. Was Kuplo... Again, Kuplo was the he was the one who was at the place. Whatever, Lancers Guild. He was the guy in the place we just were. The guy I said we should talk to. Fine, you gave me some bracelets. I can't be too mad at you. It's just, you know, I'm a very busy warrior of light. I can't be... When I say I can't be doing all this running around, it's literally the entire shtick at this point. Who needs a gate when you can jump? What's up, Kuplo?
So, how will you do it, Kupo? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there is truly no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier, and I'll go on ahead.
So, I'll go on ahead. It's like, well, there's one ferry, Kuplo. So we're just gonna. So I'll go on ahead, and then we both just get on the ferry together, and it's like it's just awkward. Like we're going the same distance, we're going the same direction. Why did you want to leave me behind? I'm not good with strangers. I'm not good with strangers. Truth be told. Where are we? Oh. There's some big Koopos. Moogles, even.
Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us, by consorting with this here. Imperials, Gridanians, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his kinsmoogles, he plots treason against the crown. Enough, Kupo Cop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who defy the good will of good King Moggle the 12th. May he reign forevermore, Kupo.
I'm going to have to beat up these... Okay, they're gone. They were massive.
The king is planning to purge the 12's wood of his enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late.
But those big Moogles said no.
The entrance to Thorn March is deep within the bramble patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Moggles Guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo.
Escort Cooper the water entrance. If you fail to defend him or move too far away, he'll return to Sweep the Pier, where you may rendezvous with him before trying again. Alright, let's go escort quest. Do I need to... Okay, I don't need to keep beckoning him like I did with the other escort quest, at least. Is the tremulous Moogle worth worrying about, or...? Okay. I guess we can ignore them, if Kuplo Cop doesn't care. So I guess I can see my brother being attacked by that mushroom, but we've got bigger fish to fry. It's weird that this stuff's all really weirdly low leveled. Thunder! Yep. Oh, another one. That's a malevolent Galago. Can't even really see what the thing is. Help them out with there you go. Oh, I see. Those other Moogles are their versions of Kupla Cop. Inadvertently, just by virtue of my attacks having AoE effects now, helping out other people. It's difficult to just... I mean, I suppose it's not so bad that I'm helping out other people, but it's difficult to just hit my monsters.
we going? Up here. Oh, not too far left. Nice little rock stroll through the woods. Trying to look. No, not onto. What are we fighting? Are we done? No, we're done. Okay, we can leave. These malevolent seed bit. Okay, well you guys let that hit you. It's like, are my enemies all dead? Are these other people's enemies? It's difficult to tell. To face King Mogormog the 12th, you must successfully escort Kuplokop to the warden entrance. Return to Sweep Imperium and speak Kuplokop. I mean, he's... Where is he? Wait, did I... What? Oh, there he is. He's over here. Kupo, just come on. Like, I wasn't even... I was still within... Eye shot? What's the word?
We're here, Kupo. I don't see any more beasts, do you?
I mean, plenty, but they don't seem that interested in us.
Are you ready to face the king, Kupo? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you attune to Aetheryte, Kupo. I'll open the way for you.
You can do a little Moogle dance. Oh, go on, do a little Moogle dance. Oh, okay. That wasn't much of a Moogle dance. Oh, there he goes. He's doing one now.
The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish Moogles a lesson, and send the king back whence he came.
Will do. Hey! Thorn March hard now accessible. What happened to regular Thorn March? Did we do regular Thorn March? I don't remember fighting King Moogle Mog before now. Okay. Good King Moggle the 12th of his name, has once more been called forth by the Moggle's Guard. Neat. Okay. You still about Sachatus, or I'm... I don't have my... I don't even know if you're online. No, you're offline. So I'm going to assume not. So I should just queue. Can't play at the moment. No worries. I will queue and wait the 15 minutes. Okay. What do we do in the meantime? This is the only problem with like when I'm queuing off stream, I normally just put my controller down and wait until I hear the familiar ding dong of me having matched with someone, but I can't do that on stream. I'll go do some Maelstrom quests. I haven't looked and seen what they want of me today, and they've just reset as well, which is a shame because I could have done them before 9 o'clock and then again after 9 o'clock. Oh, I did get the new Bard. I forgot to wait until I remembered just after I went to a place where my Chocobo isn't. Oh, the music suddenly got hype. I did buy the full crested barding for my Chocobo. So that was neat. Oh, I can get rid of this old stuff. Yeah, let's get rid of it. I guess I'll hold on to this stuff in case I do another thing later. Right, so I need some Orlovsky toast, some cedar logs, and a marble Oscar. Why have I not got any cedar? Right. What I always do is I always try and remember these, and then I go to the market board, and then by the time I've got to the market board, I've forgotten. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write them down, and then Lanovskian toast. Boot. No. Dang it. I was being lazy and writing them down in my address bar, and then I must have clicked something and it suddenly went, oh, you want to go to Twitch? And it's like, no, I don't want to go to Twitch. Although I will say the thought has occurred to me to stream on Twitch more than once, but that's neither here nor there. That's just a consideration. Still can't apply for a promotion, can I? Yeah. There are ranks available to me, but you won't give them to me. I want to become a captain, because the captain's jacket looks quite cool. Let's head to it's been a while since I've done any gatherings, so I might not. But I might have. I have some logs with her. What about logs have I got? Maple, ash, walnut, maple. No, I haven't done any cedar yet. Okay. Almost certainly don't have a marble Oscar either. So let's just buy it. Well, we'll see what we can get for cheap. That should be enough. There we go. Lanovskian toast. 7,000. Yeah, that's worth the price. Oh, I normally cook the food myself. Oh well. Cedar log. Ooh, 5. And then another 13 for 6,000. Oh, but I can get 3,000 and 1,000. So let's do that. Hang on. Let me very quickly buy these logs. That was not 15 minutes. Not that I'm complaining too much. Tank? Ready up, tank. There we go. At least they weren't waiting for me. That would have been rude. Just remember to buy a marble Oscar when I come out of the dungeon. All right, let's go kill a Moogle. Oh, look at these guys. They're adorable. I love that their colour, their little bauble indicates the class they are as well. Oh, maybe not, actually. Because I saw a red one with, I thought red indicated...
Kupo, who in the heavens are in? Red-leg adventures, I'd wager. Muggles guard to arms, defend the king, Kupo.
Yeah. Okay, no, the colours are just random. Poor little cool little moo. He's like, damn you!
Oh, we were just in like a little room. Oh, it's like a horde mode. Okay. I can work with that. So okay. Okay, well this is fun. Ooh. I do need to probably turn off or maybe reduce the text size of my party because it probably would be okay on a bigger screen or if I set the resolution higher, but on a little screen it's still sometimes quite hard to figure out exactly what's going on. Are they these enemies? What are they doing? They're doing a dance. Oh! We start attacking him? I guess we start attacking him. Okay. Oh, look at this music. Oh. I took a shellacking there. Oh, it's got lyrics as well. Oh, I wish I could hear it a bit better over the noise of the dungeon. Oh, we are not doing well. Wow, okay. Kill ads first, okay. Alright, try again. It's fine. Learn as we go. Learn as we go. I did a quest I did a mission the other day whilst I was doing the Maelstrom upgrades, where we actually voted out some guy because he was. Well, I'm still new enough at this that I don't recognise it, but the other two people on the team were saying that he was playing weird, like he just wasn't, like he was half AFKing, like he was moving around, but he wasn't actually fighting properly, and so we kicked him and replaced him with someone else. But I was very worried that they were going to kick me because I didn't understand the mechanics to the first fight where you had to. The thing casts. The thing casts a load of status ailments, and you have to eat the fruit in order to reduce the status ailments. And I didn't realise that, so I ended up dying. But I think they recognised that I hadn't done the dungeon before, and in hindsight, had maybe should have mentioned it. But people have been, for the most part so far, people have been quite nice to me in dungeons when they have spoken. I really do feel like I should get a keyboard though, because it's so annoying having to like to type on the keyboard in game. It's just like people are like, hi, hello, hi, and I'm like going hi, and then I come out of the keyboard and they've all run away. It's like, oh, okay. Okay, so focus on killing the ads first. I mean, I'll kill the ads first, but they need to leave me alone. There we go. Thank you, Keela. I was like, I'm in trouble if you don't do something. Nah, dang it, there we go. Yeah, the ads are quite strong, aren't they? I can understand why you'd want to get them out of the way. Okay. I killed my ad. Anyone left? There is. I'm hearing trumpet noises. I'm hearing all sorts of noises and stuff, and it's like, I'm sure whatever he's doing is, incredibly damaging, but it doesn't sound that menacing so far. Oh, I don't think we beat him. Is he? Oh no, I guess maybe we did beat him. A majestic mog tome has been added to the loot list. Oh, they look distraught. Oh, oh, he's crying. I feel bad. I feel like these. I mean, I guess they're thralls if he's counted as a primal. Arcanist Grimoire. Ooh, okay. I guess I'll greed it. Oh, I got it. Nice. And I will commend the only person left, because everyone else left. Oh, I didn't get any commendments. I feel like if you don't commend someone when you leave the quest, they should just randomly assign your one to someone so that someone gets it.
You did it, Kupo. You did it. Good King Moggle Mog the 12th, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Moggle's Guard when you did. Thank you, Jack. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing us fairy tales. Sorry. Rest assured, choked my own furballs. You know how it is. I mean, I'm not that
I think, like, looking at my body, I don't think I have a neck in order to, like, lick myself like a cat does. Like, I don't think I can actually reach any part of my body with my mouth. Like, I don't even think my hands are taut long enough to get to my... How do I feed my... Do I put the... I guess I just... it's not clear. It's not clear.
Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Pukni Pak that the king is no more, Kupo. She's with Rayo at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the chieftain. Kupo!
Yay! Alright, let's go to Camp Tranquil. That wasn't so bad. I like that I've got... I'll have to make sure to hold on to this. Oh yeah, it'll be in my... I thought because of the little swirl in the bottom right corner, I thought I had a fishing rod equipped. I like this this mog tome though. Oh, it's even pops up with little feathers and stuff. Ah, I'll hold on to that, and so I can glamour it. Maybe if I get... Oh, that'd be neat. If I get the... Because I've seen people with mog hats. So I know that so maybe there's a mog costume. And then if I got them on my mog book, I could become a mog summoner, or mog book person, and a chocobo red mage. Maybe this is it. Maybe I will just, like, create an entire set of classes based on the animal-themed weapons that I get for them. Like, if the Dark Knight has a Tombury... Actually, I already have the Tombury knife for the chef set because it was cheap on the store, so I bought it. But if I know there's a catfish mask that I've been seeing, so maybe if there's like a catfish weapon or something. But Chocobos and Moogles are the two big ones, so I feel if I can become a Chocobo mage and a well, they're both mages, I suppose, but a Moogle book nerd, a Moogle maths wizard. I think that's a good starting point.
Do I dare believe my ears? Good King Moggle Mog the 12th, may his magnificent virtue serve as an example to us all, has fallen. All Moogle kind owes you a debt, Kupo. Ah, and I sense Rhea O wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption.
Thanks. Oh, no. There we go. Your bravery and service to the Twelveswood and her Moogle shall not be forgotten, Jack. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tales of this great victory from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. Why could we not have just got? Could you not just have been in Gridania? That would have been convenient for me. So I guess this is just where she normally is. But the Lotus Stand is like an instanced area. I still feel like they could have just put her there. It's just trying to nickel and dime me out of more teleport money, so that I get further and further away of my goal of being able to buy a house. Now, joke's on you. I forgot to buy the other stuff I needed for my Maelstrom quests, but that's fine. They'll still be there. I imagine there's a good chance I'll get to another dungeon before today, so... The Elder Seer is expecting you, sir. May I show you in? Yes. You may. See, they could have just had me come here, and everyone would have been here, and it would have been fine. But no. Randomly teleport into other places. Jack, you are returned to us, unharmed and victorious.
Thus have I 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch.
I killed a Moogle!
Then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Moogles don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. I mean, they sound pretty enamoured with him. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of their collective fate, the Moogles called forth a being that by right should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the aether which comprised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means... Asians, the whole business reeks of their handiwork.
Kupo, they said it was a masked man who taught them how years ago. Gridania has no shortage of masked men. That's not the voice.
There's no shortage of masked men, and now I never thought to question.
Confound it all. How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear, so long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames. Ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A sombre thought, but a salutary one.
Well, I'm immune to primals. Can I not just summon something really cool to help me out with this?
Maybe that's something that happens later on. My heartfelt thanks, Jack. Already, the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Scions shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady.
Well, Ida and I will remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seedseer. Mayhap you could return to Waking Stands and apprise the antecedent of all that has transpired. Nod. Okay. Oh, no, I need my... That's the one. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. If we move before I use all these up, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I mean, I guess I'll just sit in my inventory until such a time that... Ooh, that's a dragon. Ooh, that's a ghost dragon. I guess I'll just sit in my inventory until such a time that they stop being in my inventory. And I eventually stick them in storage because I don't need them. Alright, something to look forward to. It's exciting. Oh, I wondered why the camera spun around so dramatically then. Something to look forward to. Me putting my Etherite tickets in storage, I know. Minfilia! It is good to see you hale and healthy, Jack. I received word from Ida and Papalimo that you had felled good King Mogomog the 12th. May he be big and fat and white forever. But I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Asians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seedseer of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Jack. You're welcome. Ooh, blood. Oh, what is blood? I was making a joke. I thought it was going to be wine or something. Okay, cool. Give me blood. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are, at long last, ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So, as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north, as one ponderous cavern would only serve to invite attack. Oh, one ponderous caravan. I was going to say, how does one move like a ponderous cavern? That seems awkward.
It seemed only right I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Jack. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Orange. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Perhaps it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Can I not have it as a house? Like, why does Orange get it? I'm the one doing all the work. Orange may remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Destroy the crystals. Of course, he will not be alone. Alice shall continue to work closely with him as well. That's a name we haven't heard for a while. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurances they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Orange, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something important. Go and talk to me. Could you go to the post office and let them know of our forwarding address, just for any mail that we get? It's one of those things, you know, it's just... I mean, I could... Obviously, I'm staying here, and I could just hold on to it and bring it over, but... It's, you know, really, I want to focus on my primals research, so if you could... Thanks. Let's repair everything. Been a little while. Thou art ever welcome, Jack, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave, unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer have bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find here the banner of his ancestor, faded by the eons. And still, man glorieth in his discoveries, till 'tis through his pride, and that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. Just start clapping like a seal. Good, you did the poem! Not to be offended, Jack. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. What? Thy conduct's never been beyond reproach. Oh, be not offended. Okay, as he's saying, don't be offended. You're cool. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of, you know who, the other one? Ah! Whence came that cry? The solar, 12 for end, the antecedent. Let's pause momentarily before heading over. No, she's had a slip or fall at work that wasn't her fault. Jack, you must. Oh, it's the echo. Incoming message from the big giant crystal. Oh no, this is just the flashback one type. They're both quite similar. Tell me, Louisois, would you have done the same? I guess this is the dude. Louisois Lavillier was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure, would that I have met him prior to his passing. Yeah, this dude. An Asian? Here? How? How readily you see, you are indeed gifted, antecedent. But you are not like the others. Your robes, they are white. Gifted, but ignorant, yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. he who you speak of La Habrea?
La Habrea is a warrior. He fought, he fell, he got back up. He may yet learn from his mistakes. You're never going to keep him down.
Then he is still...
Come, I only confirm that which you already know. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion.
What a... Hello! We're ready when you are, my lady, if there's nothing else. Is something the matter? He's a ghost. Ah, I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct.
I do not understand.
Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colours perception. Thus did she perceive naught. So it was with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded.
You know nothing about me. Nothing.
The gifts grant you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. I promise we look really cool normally. I mean, we look kind of cool now, honestly. But like the spiky robes, that's kind of, it's a look. You know, it's some pretty mean drip, but you know, we look cooler, I promise.
La Habrea did not think so highly of the Echo.
La Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master.
And if we did,
there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, through the door. In peace, antecedent. May we meet again as friends.
Wait, stay where you are.
Ah! I have given you magical heartburn. Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his grace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the ardor, I wonder? I have to change my mind. I will not leave through the door. Goodbye! It's alright. We've got some magical antacids.
I take it there is no need to explain. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill.
Andrew's like, I got Tataru. It's like, why? I don't know. She was the only one here.
I heard a cry. What happened? Are you all right? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic.
Yeah, we talked about your special tonic, Tataru. You're not to drink that at work.
Uriage, please send word to the students of Baldesion. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there's any reference to an Askian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it.
An Askian, my lady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? All right. I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. The Askians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen?
I know not, and care not. Find him, Jack. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. He teleported.
Pay attend me, Tataru. The strength of my Scottish accent fluctuates every time I talk. And also, whether it's a Scottish accent, or an Irish accent, or a West Country accent. It's in constant limbo. That's why I'm such a mystery.
The next time there's a cutscene with Orange, I will pay very, very close attention to how he talks. And then try and make a mental note to remember, obviously. What am I looking for? Oh, nothing. I just needed to get here. Oh, he's just standing here. He's like, I am told that you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish should you survive. We shall speak anon. And again, he walks off, and then he's like, well, I'm just going to walk with him. And he's like, no, wait, let me get ahead. Let me get ahead so I can set up, otherwise it's just awkward. Hey, Sharon. Do you want to help me out with this quest? You know, this guy's going to attack me right here. No? Not to your level 54. Okay. Hang on, I should get my boy Choky out. Some buddies. Hey! See, look at his lovely new armor. I mean, I really wanted that noble barding. Sorry, I don't have the raise. I don't have the option to do revive people yet, unfortunately. It takes a little while to unlock for red mages. But, yeah, I really wanted that noble barding, but I guess I'll have to make do with other red bardings for the time being. Like, why is it casting? This is the thing. I look down when I've got like a one big enemy. I tend to just look at my bar and wait for it so I can know when my cooldowns. I guess after a while you get like, it's like when you drive in, you just kind of, it becomes sort of second nature. And you just know how long each of your cooldowns are. Lock onto the. There we go. I still hit that thing anyway. That's fine. Stand lemons. That's not the guy I need to follow. Approach the White Road Asian. 0 of 4. Is there... Are there multiple? So much for, oh, I'm just a messenger, I come in peace. Oh, these guys, yeah, no, they want to kill you, but I come in peace. I mean, yeah, I told them where you were, but...
killed all of your friends. Can we be friends now? Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save he who bested La Habrea could endure such an examination. I've turned my sword on. You're in trouble now. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You attacked me with 3 or 4 of your friends. You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I only acted in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Habrea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, we don't like him much. I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. I've still got my sword on. Your mother favors you still. That much is plain. Oh, wait, who was saying that? And the text box. Wait, what happened? I don't know what happened there. I guess it timed out. I got confused because I thought it was someone else, but your mother favors you still, that much is plain. But surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so shall it be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. I will doubt your claims and question your motives. Damn! He called my bluff. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. Well, now I just look silly waving my sword around. I guess. Okay. Back to the Waking Sands. Actually, it's not that far. I will, rather than teleport, I shall fly. Let's go, Augustus. Oh, I love being able to fly. Can I get over this mountain? Oh, I can. Such a time saver. Oh, can't bring Augustus indoors with me. He's house trained, but it's fine. No, he's got feathers everywhere. Just cleared the place out. Thank the gods you have returned, Jack. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive. Beg pardon, he was waiting for you. What did you do? What did he say? As it was, shall it all be again. Of when does he speak, and of what exactly? The words of this Elidibus portend much, but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Habrea. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Yeah, those sort of mystery cloaked, robed guys generally don't give you a straight answer when asked. They'll just sort of eventually give you kind of a half answer. Let us set aside the matter of this Asian until we have completed our remove to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favour I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan Resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believe to be the single greater threat to Eorza, the Primals. This would have been useful to know hours ago, weeks ago even, when we started fighting the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still don't understand.
It is my hope that your Ange will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Okay. Again, I feel like it's like, well, I've got this book of secrets about the primals, and your Ange is studying the primals. Maybe we could have given him his book earlier, and you know, he's like, oh, it says here how to stop the primals. It's like page 2. This would have saved us a whole lot of bother. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? Book. The father's final bequest. The daughter's lifelong labour. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well, can I imagine the antecedent's plan? Upon mine honour, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Oh, come on! I'm in the other room! We make me come and visit you when I'm across the friggin' country, but when I'm in the other room, you phone me. Just... I mean, Jack, this is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to... Once you have given the journal to Iraj, I bid you come to the 7th Heaven in Revenant's Toll. Tata will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you who have already attuned to it, you may wish to take use of the new Etherite in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. It's like, come on. I'm wasting my time. I'm not even walking anywhere. I've got a Revenant's Toll. Just phone me. She's just worried about her phone bill or something. She's like, oh, I mean, I would call you, but the long distance, you don't know what it's like. The long distance charges are just, oh, that's cool. The long distance charges are just abysmal. I really should get a better carrier, but unfortunately, all of Eorzea is covered by Moogle Mobile, and their rates are not great. Not great, but they have a monopoly. It's unfortunate. Oh, Jack, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. I was just telling your restive receptionist here. I'm pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and as comfortable as a home to us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Take that odd-looking fellow over there, for example. He's been eyeing us up most suspiciously ever since we arrived. I cannot help but wonder if we are truly safe here. Just look over it. It's just La Habrea. Oh, he's a masked dude. Ah, that man. Can't say I've spoken to him myself, but rumour has it he's come to hunt for ancient treasures in the Crystal Tower. I mean, I like his jacket, though. You've seen the structure I speak of, no? It'd be hard to miss it. That massive pillar of shining crystal that looms high over the land just to the southeast of here. If the tales are to be believed, it's a remnant of some ancient civilization. The details remain a mystery, and that's no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. The man over there is no exception, and if my instincts are true, he knows more than most. If you're curious about the tower yourself, you could do worse than talk to him and see what he knows. Well, if I weren't otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. I mean, just look at it. I can scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside. Yes. Well, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that, Jack, I do believe it's time for you to officially announce your presence to everyone inside. The antecedent and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. Okay. Oh, he's looking at me. The Crystal Tower quest series is now available from the Outlandish Man. He's not that outlandish, is he? I mean, he's wearing I suppose he's wearing a face mask, which does look kind of like an Asian Ascian face mask. So, I suppose that's kind of outlandish. But he's wearing a cravat, I think. And, you know, you can always trust a man with a cravat. In order to progress to the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests on the Crystal Tower series. Ah. While you are granted a respite from your duties as a scion, use your time to probe the depths of the Crystal Tower and see what ancient secrets may be gleaned. Okay, maybe that's something... I guess I have to do that, but maybe it's something I can do when I run out of quests or between streams if it's not story-related. Oh, there's lots of blues in here. What have you guys got for me? The Ultimate Ballad. Blue ones normally... I guess these... Okay, well, I can look those up later. Let's check out our new pad. Our new secret, super secret action base. Only just practicing her squats. Yeah, I mean, in fairness, I keep forgetting that she's a pugilist, so it makes sense that she needs to keep her do training and stuff. I keep thinking for some reason that she's a mage, just because of the white. But no, she's a punch girl, and she's. No, this is very. It's quite a similar office to the one you had before, if I'm honest. But you know, whatever. The whole gang's here, except your Orange. Well, it is certainly spacious. I need more furniture, really. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. For today, we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavour to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Yeah, woo, hooray! Again, quiet acknowledgement. For Eorzea! I'm not going to do all the voices. That's what all of them sound like together, just my voice. It's an incredible coincidence, but useful for my purposes. A moment of your time, Jack. I would speak of Elidibus. Hello, I am here. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldessian hath been met with silence. No one will respond. How odd. Allow me to try. It's like, oh yeah, I could have phoned you. Why do we always forget that? No response. Surely they would not ignore us. I have a feeling I'm going to be sent to check them out. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. Their phone... Moogle Mobile has cut off their phone line. They've not paid their bill. They're strict, but, you know... They're strict but fair. You sign the contract, you have to keep up those payments, my lady. No, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge both, oh no! The invisible people. Contact their agents in the field at once. It ought has befallen the students of Baldessian. They may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such a time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. 'Tis possible that one of the in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlikely to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Alright. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Asian? Perhaps, or Oka, or Puce, and which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the Crystal of Darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Askian menace. But I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Jack. I discern them all around, and disturbance is too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless, the Paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. Yep. My stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve, is it? The way you nod, it fills me with confidence and reassurance. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Oh, maybe I do need to go and do some Crystal Tower stuff then. Should I not go and check out those dudes who we can't contact? Krill, where are you? Krilly? Kryl? Maybe Kryl. Let's go with Kryl. Oh, we got a cutscene. Your intercession was not foretold. I'm never going to remember the voices that I give all these people. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion. Your intentions unclear. They survived the seventh Ardor and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labour not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes. And at long last they see... What? Oh, we don't know. Okay. I did it. Around we reckon! I got a new trophy. Hooray. What was that for? Complete the main scenario quest, build on the stone. Oh. Considering how stingy they've been with the trophies in this version, I'm surprised to get another one so soon after A Realm Reborn, but okay. Okay. I am going to very, very quickly go and see a man about a dog. I will be back in 2 minutes.
Okay. I am back. I bought some new glasses recently, and I paid extra to put on the tint on the lenses that's supposed to reduce screen glare and make it so that well, it's supposed to reduce eye strain. And I've not noticed them working particularly well so far, I'm going to be completely honest. Because I slept early. I slept for a bit earlier. What was supposed to be a 40-minute nap turned into a 4-hour sleep. So that was good, which means I'm going to have to log in on Sunday now to do some work, because I didn't get my work finished. Yeah, even despite that, my eyes are still aching. I think I need a good night's sleep. Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Indeed. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from our Magina and Sons mineral concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they may seem in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that the pattern became apparent. Significant I mean, you know that I defeated the Ultima weapon, and now you're getting me involved in a trading company's stock take. You realise the sort of the downgrade in severity involved here, Minfilia. Like, I feel like you're not putting me to use here. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I hardly need tell you what that may imply. You may tell me what that imply. Thank you. The brass blade charged with investigating the thefts believes that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit, unless they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of response. Needless to say, it would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest, but in the service to a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realise their mistake. Alright, fair enough. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Y'shtola when you arrive. Yay! She and Thancred, yay! Have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. I mean, I say yay for Y'shtola and Thancred. Honestly, I like most of the Scions. I think Uriange is really the only one I don't dislike him. He's just not done much. He's not really been involved with the story a huge amount. He's just kind of been there. Everyone else, though, has been... Yeah, I love them. Horizon. Do I have a thing for Horizon? I do. So Alpha, not even like you. You're fine. Sup, Yoshi? Ah, Jack, your assistance is most welcome. I have already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might be better spent in conversation with Fufulapa. He is the officer charged with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. Y'shtola out. Okay. Speak with Fufulupa. Oh, they're over there. You a Lalafell? Indeed you are. Of course you are, with a name like that. You're not going to be, the other ones. Oh, hello there, Jack, was it? Y'shtola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... Oh, no, never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Allegan Sunway. The cart bolted off towards Eastern Thanlan, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A
A speeding carriage? That would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Amalja do have a foothold in eastern Thanalan. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? It should be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else it could... Oh, hang on. Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. Or, on second thought, perhaps it's good news after all. Thancred, wherever have you been off to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I just took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Amalja friends. And wouldn't you believe it, it happened upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends and the brass blades intercept it. In all my years, I have never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. The blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. Is that so? Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Jack. I don't know all that stuff. Well, I was going to make a joke about moisturizer. Maybe it is moisturizer. Maybe the Amalja are just like, we've got really rough lizard skin. We need lots and lots of moisturizer. We've had to steal it in bulk because we can't afford it anymore. It's a real problem. Against all expectation, it would seem the Amalja are innocent of this particular spate of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Urange of our progress, or lack thereof. Ah.
Now then.
Hey! I could rest.
'Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Is that the same voice actor that you had before? I wonder if he changed voice actors after A Realm Reborn finished.
Indeed. I shall remain watchful.
Okay.
Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Oh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Okay, I think I will try and remember that as being Orange's voice. I am Orange, and I am the guy here. Oh, she was in the mission picture.
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
I think we're saying take us to your leader. Yeah. It rings. Take that one. I wonder if it might just be that he changed the voice. Thancred voice actor. Since Heaven's already is voiced by Peter Bramhill. It is a different one. He's voiced by Telesin Jaff in the English version of Realm Reborn. Since Heaven's Sword, he is voiced by Peter. I did change voice actor. I was going to say, I listened to that, I'm thinking, it's been a while since I've heard Thancred talk, but I'm sure he didn't sound like that. And he didn't, because he's a different guy. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking up Falupa's brain again. It's a difficult name to say that. Who knows? If we work together, we may yet find something of use nestled away within it. I'm going to keep doing his old voice, because it's easier. Oh, but it's good to see you return. I haven't been anywhere. I've been standing over there. I have given some thought to the matter, and I've just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Falupa. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there is someone among our own ranks conspiring with them, a traitor in our own midst? It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded, Falupa. Indeed, if for reasons for security, the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. Ah, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concerned be eager to present with them such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret to ensure the goods to, let us say, a lone Mikote miner, travelling without escort so as not to attract undue attention. But who? Ah, I see. Yes, the concerned may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way. Mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerley? A fine spot for rest. Would you not agree, Jack? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Forgive me, my friends, but I've received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Aha. So your Stoller gets the fun job of going undercover and being a miner, and me and Thangred get to wait on a bridge. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. Lie in wait for the thieves. Let's go. Roulette! Yay! It's my new black chocobo. Look at him. He's even got a little crown. I don't think the regular yellow one has a crown on. It's the Fat Chocobo March as well. Down we go. This is a lovely place they've sent me, where the sun midge swarms buzzing around. It's a wonder how I keep my hair in such dandy condition with all of these. Oh, a dragoon just flew in on a polar bear. Oh. Am I supposed to be fighting that? Oh, probably not, because it's only level 10. There we go. Right. Hey, Stoller! Oh, you caught... Who have you caught? A half-naked... Oh, no, this is a character. That's a player. I was like, who have you caught here? This is a weird-looking NPC. And I was like, oh, it's not. Oh, look at the little mining helmet. It's got a little space for the ears. Oh... She's adorable. Stubborn to the last, as expected. You are unharmed. A gang of sea wolves, and in Thanalan no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea wolves, all of them. Aye, and all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. I don't know what you're talking about. Can you fill me in? I don't know who these are. Oh, look. I love... Adorable. Got a little neck. Ah. Thancred, If you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon, then. Falupa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. Will you tell him, then? Oh, no, you stole her. Come back. Oh. She had an adorable little mining helmet. Okay, let's go, my... And there we go. Probably could have just sprinted over. It probably would have been fine, but whatever. On behalf of the brass blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. Ah, but we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? Then by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. Ah, no, I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him and made good his escape. Oh, for the love of... How did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that somnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea wolf, Minzen born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him. You have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me appraised of any developments. Oh, hang on, I'm having a development. Yes. Yes, he's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed, or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? I do, don't I? Ha-ha! What do I want? I want determination. Although I'm not equipping these, because the earrings I've got are way better. I've got my special Endwalker earrings. Why would I ever change them? Look. Intelligence plus 187. Yes. It doesn't even compare. It'd be madness to change them. Plus the XP bonus. Ooh, lilac, minicorn, and cork brown. Excellent. 3 colours I don't like. The antecedent bid me to tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphanard awaits your coming most eagerly. The antecedent has my number. Why didn't you just phone me? So does Alphanard. Why do these people call me directly? Have I not paid my Moogle mobile bill? It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotional incident. I'm not privy to the details. Maybe if they'd phoned me, they could have told me the details. Well, you do whatever it is that Alphanard has planned for you. I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade. And when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. Okay. Back to Revenant's Toll. There we go. Well, it's a bit quicker to get here, I will say that much. And is this not where I need to be? Where do I need to go? Why is he at Vesper Bay? Oh, because of the cutscene that played like 5 minutes ago that showed that lady show up at Vesper Bay. That makes sense. Okay. Well, that's fine. It just cost me a couple of 100 gold. I think I can't get back easily enough. Whee! 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 You are late. No matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with Doma, yes? In Othard? Well, like the rest of the nations of the Eastern Continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given your visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale, and more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs of the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to take this opportunity, pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Uldar, Jack. Unless I'm mistaken, I am rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with the Sultan's sworn on the Royal Promenade. You are uncertain your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be being pursued by some. And if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Uldar. Okay, thanks. I mean, again, there's just a little bit too much of like going to some place to talk to a guy who then immediately says, "Let's go somewhere else." And it's like, well, could you not just have called me and not Thancred for some reason, who was next to me? Could you not have called me and just asked me to come straight here and met me here? Like, I'm a busy warrior of light. Okay? I don't have time to be faffing around all the time. I think I was going to pick this up because this is quite good. Yeah. So I don't think any of the rest of this stuff is actually useful to me because there's no. There is. Oh no, there are rapiers actually, but they're not actually better than the one I've got because the item level's lower. So unless I want them for. Yeah, I mean, I guess unless I want them for glamoring, but I'd still need to get the original one anyway, so it's moot. It's a moot point until I... yeah, those are useless to me. But yeah, the rest of the set's worth getting, even though I'm not... I mean, it's not bad. You know, dye that red. That'd look great. It is dyeable, isn't it? Yeah. The belt. Yeah, let's buy the belt. Because that's actually quite a big improvement over my Harlequin's belt. There we go. Red Mage level 104. Was that my average item level? Does it say average item level 104? Okay, yes it is. Good, well it's going up. Where do I need to be? Royal Promenade. I don't know, I'm running over there to an Netherite crystal, and I just came from an Netherite crystal. I guess the Chamber of Rules probably nearest. I could check, but guessing is so much less efficient. Yes, it is the nearest one. Hooray! I guessed correctly. Through a process I like to call elimination. There's a big crowd. I suppose it normally is. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir, we have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior, allow me to plead my case. Oh wait, no, these are different people. Well, we've both got the same voice, coincidentally. Allow me to plead my case, surely you can grant us a small kindness. Away with you. Darken these doors no longer, I will not ask again. She's... okay, that's the lady. You know not what you do. Ugh. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alfanard Lavillia at your service. A friend. which I believe makes me very nearly unique in this part of the world, at least. Few indeed are your allies in Uldar, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the Quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. Just, don't mind us, we're just friendly, passing do-gooders. That's basically what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are. They're just sort of, yeah, neutral do-gooders. If you've got good that needs doing, we'll do it. Is there a reward? Who cares? I don't know. I don't know. This one I don't know where it is, so I'll have to check. Adventurers Guild. I suppose that makes sense, yeah. The Adventurers Guild is... Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, let's have some lunch with our new refugee friend.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Did I tell you my name?
Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
Yeah.
12 have mercy. And your people?
Razed to the ground, as an example to the other provinces.
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors.
It's a big ship.
Many were complicit in the rebellion,
Or not many
akin
people.
to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Uldar are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Uldar is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Yeah, we're pretty good.
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I'm one of them.
I am in your debt.
I'm quite influential. People listen to me.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for
Not that I say
observing,
anything.
but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Uldar unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
No, I'm terrible at entertaining. All I can do is nod. Let's play to any questions. Are you, Geary?
If I may, sir, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for some several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tales of our dread tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much, desperation compels me. Gentle sir, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. I will speak with Moadi. Hang on, these aren't my provisions. These are Moadi's provisions. But sure, I will offer them up as the Warrior of Light. Hells, why didn't you say so sooner, Jack? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow. See, but just sent word they can't come, meaning I've got a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Haha. Go on, call for Frederick and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order to the Waking Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight. Appreciate it. Sapphire Exchange. Oh, they're both at the Sapphire Exchange. Okay. Wait there. I'm doing the thing that I do, which is to run back and forth talking to people. I'm really good at it. What's up, Catherine? My, that's a rather odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instructions? Letter! You know you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it. You mark my words. It's like yes, we shouldn't feed them. If we let them die, then they won't carry on begging. She's in business of feeding refugees now. I normally want to question Mistress Momadi's judgment. That doesn't seem wise to me. Letter. Well, I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man that can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. I'm glad that you're all feeling so charitable. Did I just get you know, what warrior of light am I if I can't feed a few refugee children? Eh? And I say me, I mean, what warrior of light am I if I can't make other people feed refugee children for me? They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Yugiri it's all in hand. That was surprisingly simple. It's like, I did it. It's like, you've been gone like 30 seconds. Like, yes, I'm really good at this. I dared not hope for such magnanimity. Yes, much less expected. Mistress Momodi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Let's get into a Dugazer. I'm back. Lady Yugiri, I believe the Flame General on your situation. I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply. We have been granted an audience. Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both. We shall return to the Royal Promenade at once. You have done much for us, Master Alphonard. I swear we shall return the favour. Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favour you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favour of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us in the Royal Promenade. Come with me and help remind them that, you know, who solved all of their problems. You know how they had those problems with the primals? You know who the one who went and killed all the primals? You. Just stand there and... Oh, Oh, look at that dude. I don't know where he's going, but look at him. He seems confused. But he's got the right spirit. Look at that. Look at that feathered hat. Oh, can I hang on. I'm gonna grab him before he disappears. There we go. Examine. He's a level 69 dancer. Valerian archers. Nomad's coat of aiming. Valerian archers. Is that Amon's hat? Ah, okay. He's glamored it. Amon's coat. Amon's sleeves. Okay, so he's got Amon's... Oh, not the trousers, though. Not the trousers. Not the full set. But still, that's a good look. If it didn't hide the pompadour, I'd be all over that. But otherwise, that is a quality look. How do you get Amon's set when it's at home? 14, Amon's set. I bet it's item level 100. Yeah, where'd you get them? Let's go. Where'd you get Amon's coat? Circus Tower. I don't think I've got that one yet. Level 50 raid in Mordona. Something to do. Something to do for next time. Something to look out for then. I quite like those clothes. It's been a while since I've updated my wardrobe. As much as I like my current wardrobe, don't get me wrong. But clothes are only fashionable for a little while, and you have to change them. Pleasure, Jack. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. It's the whole team of people I don't know.
I, Yugiri of Domar, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace.
Thank God.
To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer.
There's voice acting in this cutscene. Thank God. I don't have to. It's too late in the day for me to give voices to all of these characters I've never met before.
Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
Oh, she's adorable.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years,
She's a sultana.
my nation, Domar, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the Purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow.
Big ask.
I understand we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Ugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
Scratch my head.
The head of the Mirage Trust
headphones
is not
are itchy.
known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
Well, we only asked the opinion of one guy at the table.
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
This dialogue is totally unrealistic. I can't imagine anyone ever saying this about refugees in real life.
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Ugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes, the law is the law, and so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than Gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future.
This guy's a dick.
Ul'dah's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril.
I want to drop kick him. Just like
One
punt him
need
right off the
only
balcony.
look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
Has he?
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
I'm leaving. It just takes me a little while. Oh, the pointy hat is also... Oh.
It's unfortunate.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity.
I was going to say, didn't we just like kick the Empire out of a load of Imperial citadels that are just now sitting there? Could we not could they not live there? I mean, it's a house. It's it's a roof. They'd have to do some hunting to get their own food and stuff. Maybe polish the place up a little bit. But I mean, surely the bases are still just hanging around.
The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
We step outside. Now this is the time and place for this discussion. Oh, I have to choose a color. I'd say I'd have to take the yellow, I guess. Purple. Yeah, purple and brown. Although lilac. Let's take the lilac. As you observed, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Bah, I will waste no words more on it. I will waste no more words on him. Not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames. It's an incredible. It's. Don't worry about it. It's just a name. It's actually a sauna. Ooh, lovely. Where is the Hall of Flames, though? Because I don't see it on my map. So I'm guessing it's in there. So I want to go to the steps. What's that? Yeah. The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The Monitorists have made their position clear. Agreed. Uldar is not an option. Nor are Limsa Laminsa or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. Gods, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concerns of the great nations. I mean, can they not come to Mordona? Infilia, that is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision, I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time, a week mayhap, or even just a few days? Excellent. I shall keep you informed. Lady Yugiri, I have a proposal, if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Elfanod. The headquarters of my order, the Science of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands. Hard labour, lest you doubt, with naught save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself proposed, Lady Yugiri. I will not hear a word said against our beloved Uldar. Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alfanad, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labour and few comforts. As I told you, and before that... And before that, there remains the matter... Why are you looking at me while you talk? Well, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat considering the distance from their present condition. Mayhap the Uldan Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Jack. Righto. Lady Ugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide. Oh, yay, we get Lady Ugiri in our base. If this was a... I was going to say, if this was an RPG, but it is an RPG, but if this was a traditional RPG, I'd say she was going to join the party. But it's not, so she isn't. But you know, she might hang around. And that's almost as good. Let's just run over. Just debating internally whether it's worth teleporting over or just running over, but there's not much to it. Although you do get companions. Because I keep seeing the FF14 Twitter tweet about Endwalker and how you can get Alfanad as a summoner or something. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship, with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such a time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those happy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. Yeah, it's fine. I'm okay. I don't have 200 chairs, but I guess, you know, they can sit on the floor. What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is that all that the Immortal Flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it smaller number, mayhaps it would go unnoticed, but the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf. Very well. We should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that's been fallen these good people, it is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Uldar, Lady Ugiri. And you in Revenant's Toll, my lord. It's all going swimmingly. Too swimmingly. Well, it sounds like we all have work to do. Lady Ugiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details for our arrangement, shall we? I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you. After you've rested your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you? Nod. All I'm allowed to do. Another ring. We're running out of... Alright, I'll... I don't know. Let's take that one. If it's not one I can use, I never know which one to take. It's just... pointless. As we speak, there we go. As we speak, the Domans prepare for departure to Vesper Bay. Wherefore, they will be transported by carriage to Uldar. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Jack, I would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hosen when you arrive. As Lady Yugiri tells me, he has been designated the leader of the first group. Okay. Nope. Good thing I've still got some more of these airfreight tickets. Cool. All right, let's facilitate some refugees. I mean, would this be a lot easier if I just went on if I just go on the Square Enix store and buy a big mount? Yeah, like the big whale that can carry 8 people at a time, and I can fly. Like I could probably get them over there, and if 200, it's going to take me a few trips back and forth, but I reckon, maybe like an hour, 2 hours? No? Okay, I guess we'll just talk to Hosen then. I don't know why, but Hosen sounds like a Canadian name. It's like Hoser. Greetings, eh? Elfenard informed me of the Scion would be arriving to help with the preparations. I'm ordered to meet you, though ashamed as well. This isn't a Canadian accent, but though ashamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities, eh? Aye, I knew from a glance what manner of man you were, eh? I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people, eh? Pray forgive his trifle, but might I trouble you to help round up the children that be given into my care, eh? I've lost them. I'm incredibly irresponsible, eh? They are most adept at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eye will succeed where I have failed, eh? Sorry. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son Yosen. He can tell you more, eh? I think that's how Canadians speak. Pretty sure. Like 90%, 95%. Oh, hello there. Hello there. I'm Yosen, son of Hosen. Son, granddaughter of Gozen, and father of Bozen. Will you be coming with us to Uldar? I hear we're travelling by horse-board drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds that people ride like horses? I still want to try riding one. How dare you talk about how weird Chocobo are, whilst my Chocobo is standing there, hovering menacingly on that light. What is he doing? Okay. What's that? You're looking for others? Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I need your help, though. We were just finishing a game of hide-and-seek. 3 players are still in hiding, and since Lady Yugiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. But Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. Okay. The Warrior of Light reduced to playing hide-and-seek with children. Fortunately, they have massive emblems floating above their head, so it's not that difficult to find. Hey, you're not Yosen, who are you? I'm Koharu, Jack Dandy, eh? Oh, I didn't know anyone else was... Wait a minute, you're one of those, stallions, aren't you? No, scions. I mean, I am a stallion too, thank you very much. It's a weird thing to say to a child. Then you must know Lady Yugiri, right? Isn't she great? No, she's really good at hide and seek too. Oh, right, it's almost time to go. Nice meeting you, Jack Dandy. Yeah, it's probably not the thing to say to a child. I shall make sure not to say them to the other ones. Yeah, see, the hiding spot is somewhat compromised by the massive logo floating above their head. I'm a story quest. Are you playing? Oh, no fair. Yosen didn't say anything about adults. Huh? We're going to ride a horse-bird carriage? I don't know, it sounds scary. But if Yosen says it's safe, I'll go. It's weird that they refer to chocobos as horsebirds, because that implies that they do have horses. And then if they have horses, why don't they just use horses? Like, don't get me wrong, I love chocobos. They're probably my favourite Final Fantasy reoccurring thing. But what do they do that's better than... I mean, unless they fly, but most of them just run along the ground. How'd you find me? Bah, guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this. I mean, the Guardians didn't find me. I am amazing at hide and seek, you're right. I found all the missing children, Hoser. Wonderful. All the children are counted, eh? Hide and seek. Ah, I see that you were curious. It's quite simple, really. Lady Yugiri thought the best children know what to do in case the Guardians found us, eh? I should hope that those days are behind us, but nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we were prepared, eh? Indeed. That one. They only just gave me rings and bracelets and stuff, and now they're giving me another set. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by a rest at regular intervals there. My family and I, including my stubborn old father, Home, oh, so he's not Gozen, will be travelling in a lead carriage together with young Koharu, who I believe you've already met. Though I understand the road Oldar is regularly patrolled by your brass blades. It would give us great comfort if you wish to accompany us on our journey, eh? Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you're ready to leave, please inform our coachman, eh? Will do. So is that ring better than the... Yeah, it's probably better than that one, isn't it? Intelligence plus 13, direct hit, spell speed, critical hit, vitality. Yeah, let's pop that on. Where does that put us? I am level 107. We're climbing slowly, but we're climbing. Get Augustus back in. I should really just pop a load. I mean, they stack, so. Oh, you can only get an hour. Okay. Never mind then. I should just pop 2 at a time, I guess. No, why would I lock? Why him? No, lock onto the one that's nearest to you, and I am pointing at. There. You going to be off, are you? Aye, well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that. Runner from the Blade says we might have a problem. A fierce-looking beastie's been sighted south of the bridge to Amelie. Might as well be someone always are playing tricks on him, of course, but you don't pay to gamble in this business. Now, I know you can handle yourself in a fight, but this lot is another story. So I was thinking you might go on ahead and have a quick look around. Make sure the area's safe, and if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. Run away. When you're satisfied, the way's clear, meet us outside Horizon. The Blades tell me the road there's safe, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own. Assuming the self-same bastard don't try to rob us, that is. Alright. Let's go, Augustus. To the skies! Ah. Can I fly over this? Oh no. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Sometimes they're like, yes, you can. Sometimes they're like, you can't. I don't know why I elaborated. I was pretty clear in the first thing that I said, honestly. But still faster than going by foot. I appear to have joined a fate. What's one of these things? They haven't shown up in a while. These were, there you go. These were, who was it who was employing them? There was a whole quest around them, and then we found one. Oh well. Let's go, my flying polar bear. Yay! Delightful. Well worth the effort in locking you. Off you go. So there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, eh? Haha. Yes, I dispatched him. I dispatched him with due haste. Well fought, sir. Well fought. If only I were in better health here, I could be proud to stand by your side. Pay my son no mind. That's your dad. Pay my son no mind, eh? He forgets his responsibilities for crude acts of daring do, eh? Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you, Had we been able to call upon your strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different, Sorry, but we cannot change the past, Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us, Lost but not forgotten, Lady Yugiri's kinsmen least of all. They fought fiercest, though they knew full well it was in vain, Man, it's tiring being Canadian. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay, Food, shelter, promises of a better life. All this, and more we owe to her, How does one ever begin to repay such a debt? In kind, Father, to he who has given everything, we shall give our all. I know I can do a Canadian accent, because I've done one, but for some reason I'm struggling to make my mouth do the noise. Yes. I have a way with words, as you might know. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question, Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Revenant's toll will grow and prosper by our hands. Good. Children. You appear to have knocked over your father. Hey, Mr. Jack, Kahara and I wanted to know why you became an adventurer. Happenstance, really. Gain power to win, glory to massive fortune, to go whither the wild rose blooms. So you like roses? I think I understand. I mean, they're nice and everything, but don't they grow in lots of places? It's my turn now. Excuse me, Mr. Jack. I've got a question. What's Revenant's Toll like? Is it pretty? It's a stone's throw away from Imperial Castrum, yeah. It's bustling outpost frequented by countless adventurers. It's a bastard civilization of harsh and forgiving wilderness. It's home to the science of the Seventh Dawn. It is a stone's throw away from Imperial. I mean, these are all true. I feel like this is the one the children will enjoy most. You know those people that you're trying to escape? Ah, you can't fool me. No one would ever live that close to a castrum. Liar, liar, breach is on fire. Well, you can see it. Well, I did destroy it, but it's still there. Enough, Kaharu. It's my turn again. Mr. Jack, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Drink your milk. Yeah, drink your milk, train every day, listen to your parents, go to school. Aha! So my father was right. How do you do it then? Come on, tell me. And don't leave anything out. I just happen to be asked to do lots of things that just naturally trains me. It's just... the people just look at me and go, he'll say yes to whatever arbitrary demand I have, no matter how big or small. Kill a primal? Oh yeah, go on then. Go and speak to a guy and hand him this letter? Yeah, go on then. And everything in between. Alright, That's enough questions for Mr. Jack. That's not fair. Why does Yosen get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? With enough hair gel? Certainly. Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Mr. Jack. I won't forget it. I'm going to be an adventurer too. We have the same voice because I can't remember which one I gave you earlier. When we get to Revenant's Toll, let's make an adventurers guild for Domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Mr. Jack and Lady Yagiri. Are they trying to, like, enamor me to these children so they can kill them off later on and make me feel sad? Because I'm fine with that. I don't like these children. Yeah, just like Mr. Jack and Lady Yagiri. We can talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us, eh? Yeah. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, it's weird that this is all black, and because they could just show us on the carriage. But they did. That's clever, that, attaching... I mean, maybe it's not, but in theory, it's clever, attaching the those dirigibles to the carriage to make them lighter. You'd think that would be... You'd think that'd be something they would do. But again, like I said, maybe it's not clever, so maybe it's not something that would work. I don't need to speak to Alphanard at the quicksand. Is that back in Uldar? Yes. To Uldar then. Thwip. That's the one. Oh, that's the guy again. He's so fancy looking. At some point, I will have to make like a. I will have to sort of make a concentrated effort to go and get some clothes that I actually like. Because so a lot of the time, I keep getting clothes and then looking at it and going, I don't like that. I'm just going to wear my billiard of this thing that I've got. No. Knock onto the one who has got a quest for me. Ah, Jack. I take it the first group has arrived. Excellent. So what else? No, I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Ugiri should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. Will do. These are all strength ones, aren't they? Let's take that one. It is past time Lady Ugiri met with the guild representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanalan which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Doman delegation for the duration of the journey. Speak first with Slafborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Ugiri to Minfilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting tie should stand the Domans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels, Jack. Come on then, Ugiri. Okay, I don't actually have to escort you, which I'm not going to complain about, honestly. Let's just head over there and turn the quest in. Hey, Staffborn. This must be the esteemed Lady Ugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the toil. To the toll. Not the toil. Welcome to the toil too, but that comes later. I hope you do not find our dearth of fineries off-putting. Poor though we may seem, we have a wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. Camaraderie. Yes. You see, race and creed don't enter into it here. We welcome all sorts, provided they are willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no strangers to hard work, Master Slafborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence. Or not a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals. And you needn't bow your head or call me master either. We are both frontier hands as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Slafborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. I'm also here. Our guests have yet to meet with the antecedent. 7 hours, Jack. Why are you wasting your time with me? See them to the Rising Stones. Because you're my boy. We share chin-strap beards. That means something to me. To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me. I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. We shall join you at the Rising Stones anon. Okay. I'll go on ahead then. I did wonder when I came here to do the Garlemede Assault quest, thinking, so there's quite a lot of people here, quite a lot of mounts and stuff. I guess people are just at that point in the story. It makes sense now, thinking about it sort of retroactively, that they move the Scion's base here, so you come and go from here quite a lot. Until, I guess, the base changes again, or the Scions no longer become relevant to the plot. I don't know. I assume the fact that Y'shtola is still bandied about as like the face of the franchise, that they still exist in some form up to the current expansion. 'Tis no use. Hello. Our attempts to reach the students of Baldesion continue to meet with failure. Orange has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they do not yield. But they too have yielded naught. We will persevere, of course. Yet within our hearts, the truth is clear. We are awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. I feel like this is something I could be checking out. Is it not? How fare the Domans? I am given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved. I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees, not when it was within our power to help them. Lady Ugiri is here. Please show her in. I should very much like to meet her. There she is. Everyone's nodding. Yep, there we go, there we go. So we'll look back and just keep nodding. There's a bow. Is she going to bow as well? We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Ah, there she goes. Your answer pleases me beyond my words, lady. But are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. In the event that Revenant's toll could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. As ever, it has been a pleasure, Antecedent. Alas, we must make our leave, as the first carriages are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Slaffborn. Lady Ugiri, Jack. Nod. Nod. There's lots of nodding. Always lots of nodding. Cool. Lamin and I will make the necessary preparations to ensure that our Doman friends feel at home upon their arrival. Though I must admit that I am still troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. There's lots going on at the moment. My attention sort of split in several directions, but I guess you're setting up plot points for later. Yashdollah should be returning anon with a report. They've been saying anon a lot. I haven't noticed that. I think this is like the 5th time tonight that I've said anon, and I don't feel like they said it once up to this point. So I'm guessing whoever wrote the dialogue for these quest lines was the same person, and just they've used the word anon a lot. And because I've sort of been playing through these quests quite quickly, it's very, very obvious. Yeah, stop saying anon. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon her arrival. Mayhap I can. You know I like Yashdollah. Look at that swagger.
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet. Which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual. Summoning a Efreet with such crystals as they have hoarded. Urianger, too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Urianger. I always feel the J on the end. I could just call him Urianger. 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 Urianger.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what? Pray tell.
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja. Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Oh, we're going to do Leviathan.
There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late. Oh gods, they mean to summon Leviathan?
Yay!
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas.
Yay!
But
everyone
there
else
is
is like,
more.
oh, we have
One
to
of the
stop Leviathan.
An elder by my judgment.
And Dandy's just standing at the
spoke
side
of
of it, just
attaining
going
a gift and knowledge of eternity.
with his fists together, just going, yeah, I get to fight another primal. Like, oh, they both got their echo headaches again. Just give them a second.
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective. And there is the explanation.
Isn't it convenient that our Echo constantly shows us Y'shtola's past actions, but never showed us Thancred's past actions to the point where we could then figure out that he was the traitor? Like, that would have been super convenient if they did, and they never did at any point.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless ones. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
Let's go. The fishermen have noticed us. We were standing incredibly close to the summoning crystal.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
You know how it is.
You shared that vision, did you not?
God headaches, you know how it is.
Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again.
Then let's
the
act
Admiral
slowly.
has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
I want to get his wind horse as a mount.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the echo.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Yes. Thancred,
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
the most trustworthy of our ranks.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Aye, a Primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
Primal?
It's fine. It happens every other week. Honestly, this is like the sixth time. What we had with Garuda, Ifrit. Did King Moogle count? I guess King Moogle counts. So yeah, it's one of those things, like a bus.
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
And by that we mean Jack does it. He does it. You know, the rest of us just kind of facilitate him being able to.
Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
Oh, that's fine. I've got a sword.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a Primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
Like, I'll lend you my blade. And the Leviathan shows. He's like, oh God, I completely completely just under-evaluated this threat. Like, this is way more than I can handle. I can't. It's a giant sea snake thing. What do you expect me to do with my little tiny sword? What are we doing? I feel the wishes to share some final words on the coming mission Pride to Pines and Livinsa. Okay. Let's do this last mission. Get us a new
a new collar, and then we'll call it a night. Plainly, should the worst come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventuality inevitable. I do. Because, I mean, I know that there's a trial for him, so, because I've looked it up already. Yet so long as there is even a chance that the Primal's return might be prevented, we must needs bend all our efforts towards achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Lominsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time, and will doubtless have valuable information to share. Yeah. Well, that's fine. I can turn in my my Maelstrom quests that I bought the stuff for earlier and then forgot about. What do I need? I still need to buy a marble Oscar. Let's just check the market board real quick, and then we'll head to the Aft Castle. Marble Oscar. Come on, give me a cheap one. Ooh, 27,000 for a rare. I'll take a cheap. Yeah, not ideal, but it's better than nothing. To the Aft Castle. I really haven't got much experience tonight. Like, I did a dungeon as well. And that didn't even... I suppose, actually, no, the Moogle thing was just kind of like a bot. There wasn't that much to do in that one. It's normally the proper dungeons that give you... There we go. Oh, dang it. It always annoys me that they ask you. And it's like, yes, I do want to. Deliver. And... I got some fancy cedar logs and a regular marble Oscar. Ooh, 12,000. Oh, maybe it would have been worth. Maybe it would have been worth. I guess I should hold on to these, but I could get rid of my Harlequin's belt. Especially my majestic Mogtone. Look at it. It's beautiful. We've skinned a Mog and used it to make a leather book cover. What a nobler end for such a noble creature. What have I got? 6,900. Can actually... Yeah, see, this is the one I want, but I need to become a lieutenant. Look at it. That is a cool jacket, if ever I saw one. Is it dyeable? No, it's not. But it's still, I mean, because it's by virtue of being Maelstrom, it's still red. But they won't let me become a captain yet. And then I can also get the Storm Captain's Rapier, which is also kind of cool. Yeah, kind of generically cool. Yeah, there's not anything. Not really anything I want to get with. Yeah. Oh, Ah, no, I need 20,000 for the Storm Hatchling. 48,000 for the Reagan Pepper. Is a favourite of Chocobos. Oh! Resets all of a Chocobo's SP. Ah, okay, that's explained. I was thinking that's expensive for a pepper, but I get it now. 20,000 for the Storm Hatchling. Oh, I guess I'll save up for that. As an aspiring Chocobo knight, I suppose I should aim to. Where am I supposed to be going? I suppose I should aim to. Have as many Chocobo companions as I can muster. Not there. Where is she? That way. Let's not hang out. I like Limsa, but and people playing the music, but I can't hang out there long in case I get another copyright strike. Well, not strike, but you know what I mean. You expected. Pray take this lift to the command room. What's up, Melvib? Welcome, friends. I take it your Stoller has apprised you of the situation. Let us waste no time, then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin have not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Thanalan to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. I can't do Merlvib's voice very well. Needless to say, I am not inclined to let the fishbacks have their way. So the flashbacks are what we have. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the Scion's support in this endeavour. But if gods forbid our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Lady Minfilia, I am given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reason for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with mine own eyes. Is that so? Well, I am not so stubborn as to deny the wish of the one whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Lieutenant Dandy? Yay! Our scouts are currently reconnoitering the Sahagin movements with the Sapsa spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operation staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way down there forthwith, that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falk Breeder has charge of the garrison. Righto. You're not going to ask who this new purple girl is? No? Okay. No. Melviv doesn't care. That's fine. Alright. Boop. Camp Skull Valley. Do I not have a... Oh, I guess I don't. What's the nearest one? Airport. I thought I had one that went straight there, but I guess not. Obviously. Otherwise I'd be able to take it. I need to improve my selection of mounts, I think. It's too narrow a selection currently. Thancred, who am I supposed to be talking to? Are they upstairs? Okay, they're on top of the thing. Been a while since I've been here. I've been expecting you, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. No, not likely. With my aid, Leviathan will just come faster. Rest assured. Okay. Oosh. 108. Oh, hang on. Was that? Was that better? Okay. Yes, I'm currently equipped with the recommended gear, so I guess so. Everyone agitated by the minute. Let's call it that. That's midnight. This is as good a place to stop as any. Because I don't know how many quests are going to be leading up to Leviathan, so we can fight Leviathan. That's a good stretch. We can fight Leviathan early on next Friday. Cool. Well, I have no idea how far we are through the the Realm Reborn, Heavensward Limbo, but we've made some progress. I think there's like 80 quests, and we easily did like 20 or 30 of them. So I think maybe like one or two more weeks, and then we'll be on to Heavensward. I think, based on nothing. Yeah. Cool. Right. Well, I'm gonna go to bed. Well, probably not actually. But I've still got energy drink coursing through my veins for a few more hours. But as soon as that wears off, I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for watching. If you did, as always, I've been Jack Dandy. You, as always, have been Just Dandy. And I shall see you all tomorrow for 12 Minutes, the new time loop game with Willem Dafoe and other people. 2 other people. But mostly Willem Dafoe. Yeah. So, till then, bye.